in, but you can't join. So let's get to it. How old are you?
25.
Okay. Do me a favor, get on camera fully so we can see. Tell me what your first name is.
What?
Your first name?
My first name? What you say?
Why y'all? It's funny. Like I got all these people who always got something to say, but then when it's time to do that thing, hit the badges, folks. They said they can't buy badges. You should be able to buy. Turn off badges, turn them back on. There we go. Look at all these questions coming in. Do 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 do. If you pop up and you're in all, if it's all black, you're gone. See? So I want you guys to know this. This is what happens when you say, come on, critics and detractors. You lost the audio. I can hear these folks just fine. Sound is good. Add you. Sure, why not?
Hi, Kevin.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm well. How old are you?
23.
All right. What's your criticism? What's your issue?
Issue with what? You? That's what we doing? Issues?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know you was doing that. I don't have no issue with you.
All right.
Criticism?
All right. So again, criticisms, critiques, detractors only. Appreciate people saying, "Ooh, I want to talk to you and like you and I love what you're doing." That's all cool, man. Smoke show, smoke show, smoke show. What are all these damn? Y'all like all these different filters? What the hell is this crap? I used to always wonder what people are doing with these damn filters. Yeah. So I wonder how the people blur out their background. I still need to figure out how to do that though. Blur out their background. Yeah. See. Yeah, let's do it. All right. Let's do it this way. Again, what I really want to hear from is the women who think, because there seems to be a frame of mind that's like, who the hell are y'all to be talking about this? Who are you? Why are y'all doing this? Are y'all that fragile to where y'all can't take anything? Oh, I get it. You only want us to do what you want us to do. You want us to do what you want us to do. I asked the question earlier. When women say, I love black men, but then you turn around and you roast black men and tear them apart for actually speaking their mind. Hello? They don't want to smoke. Of course not. It's not that they don't want to smoke. I don't think they can. I don't think that they believe. I don't think that. Honestly, it's because I think most women recognize that they don't really have a point that they can stand on because a lot of their arguments are hypocritical. You can't say you love black men and then you want black men to shut up. You say you can't buy badges? Somebody just bought one. Okay. People saying they can't buy badges. Let's see. Do. Let me do this real quick. Somebody just bought a badge. Sam just bought one. So, all right. I'm sorry if you can't buy them, but it says it's right there. There's no articulate point they can make. It's just a bunch of statements. Badges is not showing. It is. Okay. I'm going to turn off badges. And I'm going to turn it back on. No, this is not about Nicki Minaj. Is it? They don't show it, to be honest. Okay. Somebody just bought a badge. Somebody else just bought a badge. I don't know. I'm seeing people buying badges. Okay. Okay, let's be clear. This smoke show is not about Nicki Minaj. I have my schedule to do. I've heard about her video. She sat down with Brother Joe Budden. But I need you guys to understand that I don't make my content in reaction to a lot of stuff that you guys watch. I got a content strategy. I got stuff I'm talking about. And if you look at my schedule, roughly every 4 to 6 weeks, I have a smoke show. I'm going to Miami tomorrow, and I want to get it out there because it's time to hear the critics. When I go on the road and talk to people, when I'm out in the field and talk to men, talk to women, and hear, I want to hear what's going on. 25. Okay, if you're not getting the badges, I'm sorry, but I'm seeing them up there. And that woman your name is Tiff. No, Tiff, you're not ever coming back on my show. You want to come back on? You can book a time. My show, hold on, I'll be right back. My show is not to give you exposure. If you want brand exposure, purchase advertising. Hello, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 20. I'm 30. 30 from Atlanta.
20, you say you're 30 from Atlanta. All right, your first name?
Jasmine.
All right, so what's your criticism?
My criticism is I want you to critique the women who date men for money. Since you got so much negativity to say about women, how do you feel about women who date men or are with men specifically for money? How do you feel about that? Do you feel like they're wise or they're
I don't understand the question. You want me to critique who?
Criticize women who date specific men with intentions, meaning you're very specific about the women that you feel are within your means, within Kevin's line. What do you feel about the women that are specific about men as far as money? How do you feel about that? Like, is it good?
I don't know if you, no offense, but I don't know if you've been drinking.
No, I've been trying to join your live.
Okay, other people are saying the same thing, so I don't understand the question. You want me to critique women who do what?
Who date men for money specifically? How do you feel about that?
Why? No.
Why?
No,
Because
hold on. That's not a criticism. That's you wanting me to talk about a topic. I don't care if women date men for money. Anything else?
I'm waiting for your answer.
No, there is no answer to that, ma'am.
It's not. No critical.
No, I'm going to ask you something, okay? You're 30 years old, right?
30.
Okay, do me a favor. Represent black women in a good way, just like you want me to represent black men. What you're doing right now is not really a good look. You don't look like you really give a damn. You smoke.
Actually, I do. That's why I'm here. I want to hear how you feel.
You don't.
Because you don't give a damn about women. You don't. You don't. You don't respect all women.
How don't I give a damn about women?
You don't. You're specific to a certain.
Explain.
You're specific. You're specific to a certain.
You can't overtalk me. The first thing you can't.
Can I respond?
The first thing you can't do.
Are you gonna let me respond, Kevin?
This is why I said the ground rules.
Can I respond?
You can calm down, and I'll give you a chance to respond. But the first ground rule is over talking. One, the audience can't hear. Two, it's disrespectful. I will let you exit stage left.
Can I
say, I don't
respond?
give a damn
Let me know
about
when I can
women.
respond, Kevin.
Well, you say I don't give a damn about women.
Mhm.
Based upon what?
Generally speaking, big women, strong women, weak women, black, white. Overall, you have a certain specific crowd of women that you cater to. So I'm with that being said, the women outside of big women, small, you're very generalized as far as women that you feel are worthy. So I'm just speaking for everybody, generally. Generally.
Well, you're not speaking for everybody. You're speaking for yourself, though.
No, I'm not.
Excuse me, ma'am.
I'm waiting for you to ask
Excuse
how
me.
big, how
See,
big
first
I
off,
am.
see, this is what I mean. You can't have a respectful conversation with somebody who wants to overtalk. No, I have hundreds, thousands of women who love what I do.
Oh, that's true.
Yes, more women like me than dislike me.
That's true. I like you. Who said I don't like you?
Well, but how can women like me and I don't give a damn about them?
I don't know. I said generally speaking.
No,
But
generally
that's
means the
why I'm here.
majority.
No.
Generally means the majority. See, the majority,
No. Oh,
the majority of women like what I have to say.
so they appreciate it.
They like it and appreciate it. You don't
So
get
my
millions of
question
followers.
is,
You don't get
if a
millions.
woman,
You
if a
don't get
woman,
okay. You
okay,
can't overtalk
if
me. You
gen,
cannot
if the
overtalk me.
general,
You cannot overtalk me. You don't get a million followers here and a million followers there. If
my
women
page
don't-
private. I don't need followers.
Well, I don't. Again, so this is what I want you guys to understand.
Mhm.
Having a conversation with somebody, you don't really have a critique. You just don't like it. And here's the thing: if you don't like what I have to say,
I'm listening.
go somewhere else because you haven't asked one legitimate.
You ain't said shit. My question is, women who date men for money. How do you feel about that? That's my question. You can't answer that.
Yeah, I can't. Again, and this is why I tell you, I don't do anything except I can't make women look good or bad. I just talk to women. I didn't make her come in here and do that. Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Oh, y'all.
How are you?
How old are you?
I'm doing fine.
How old are you?
Oh, I'm 30.
What is your criticism or critique?
Like she said, that you always putting black women down. Did a black woman hurt you or something? I mean, I don't
Okay,
understand.
so we've got all the insults out of the way, so let's get to the conversation, okay? You just don't worry about insults. Stay
Okay.
no conversation. Can you do that?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right.
I'm holding on though.
Well, but we don't do that. See, I've already addressed all your insults that you could have. Who hurt you? Your mama black, you gay. We've got all that out on the table. Let's get to the grown stuff, okay?
Why do you think that it should
No,
be
no,
50
no, no. Let's
50?
get
Why do you think that it should be?
Okay, one rule. Don't over talk. Let's get to the grown stuff. Your critique is I always put black women down.
Yeah.
How often have you been watching my content?
Maybe a few months.
So you have not seen any videos to where I say anything nice about black women.
No.
How many times do you watch my videos a week?
Well, see, the first time I ever watched it, you was putting a black woman down. So to me, right there, that automatically that ruined it.
Ma'am, that's what you watch. Is not my responsibility. Congratulations, ma'am, with that big old rock on your hand. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. she said, hold it up again. Hold it up again. Hold on. Yeah. Bam, bam. God, man, she got the infinity stone up on that piece. Congratulations. That's very good. Thank you.
He could do it similar to you.
Teach a lot, my sister teaches a lot, and
Okay.
another marriage.
You have to say that. All right. That's on this very Instagram platform you're on right now. A black woman saying what?
I'm going to call on Kevin's show, and I'm going to tell him that because of you, I was able to snatch the wreath.
Where's your husband? Where's your husband?
You said my husband?
Mm-hmm.
No. I don't.
So, okay, I'm just asking. I don't know if you're married or single. I didn't answer that question.
No, I'm thinking.
Okay, so I want to know if you've been watching me for a couple of months, and that happened this year.
Okay.
How you can tend to overlook that, and it's all over my platform.
Because when you go live,
Man,
that's not what you're talking about, though. When you go live, you're not talking about that, Kevin. When you go live,
what do you have to say about that? What do you have
I mean,
to
that's
say about
outstanding. That's good for now, but that's not what you're always talking about. You as a black man should be on a black woman's team.
I talk about what women come up to talk about. Do I? See, this is the problem. You ladies want to have a narrative. When I show you something that counteracts it, you don't even say, you know what, maybe I was wrong. Do you think maybe you could be wrong?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. No, you're wrong. Just a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. I'll give you maybe 10%. Yeah, 10% maybe I could be wrong. But the other 90%, no, because the things that I hear you say that we should automatically be listening to what the black man said. It's not our fault that they took the black man out of the house. No, that's not our fault. Is it our place to put him back in the house?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, stop. Who took the black man out of the house?
The white man took the black man out of the house.
No, he didn't.
Not the black man. I mean, not us, but the white man.
Excuse me. No, he didn't. Black 75% divorce rate. Divorce is about an 80% rate by our women. That ain't a white man's name on a divorce decree.
No, but
man, we were the most married people. We were married at a rate of 80% prior to 1965. And there's no if the white people couldn't break us apart in chattel slavery, Jim Crow, segregation. But what did was feminism in college. How many children?
in college. I don't have any children.
Okay. So again, you're sitting back saying what I don't. I talk to women every day, and I respond to what they say.
Okay. So.
He'll be in there.
Oh, okay. So basically, you
said. Because, see, this is what I mean. This is what I want you guys to understand. Shirley always back there doing something. I'm just saying, y'all always want to say somebody that dislike y'all like you don't have anything to do with this. Like you don't have anything to do with this. Women like that woman are perpetual victims. In order for their lives to make sense, you and I have to be at fault. Somebody had to do something to her. That's fine. Yeah, I heard the smoke detector. I mean, I'm really waiting to have an honest criticism. I just don't like that you say this and I don't like that. Okay. Not one critic. Talk about something different. The white man did it. All right. What's the issue?
Hi, Kevin.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm okay. How old are you?
Old enough.
You got one more time, and I will go ahead and let you go. All right, that's going to be her name. So let's go ahead and look that up. Yeah, that doesn't work. So I want you to think about, see how often all this bull crap is in the comment section, but when it comes right down to it, yeah. I'm old enough to do what? put your kids up. But you know what? All right. So, reset, recalibrate. What is your criticism or critique? Try to make it concise. And what the issue really is shut up. Shut up. I don't like that you say this. Stop saying things. Let women say whatever they want to, however they want to, and you just be a good boy. This is the real problem. That's the real problem, especially in our community. Black men, we are supposed to be second-class citizens. We're supposed to listen to mama, auntie, cousin, nene. We're supposed to do what they tell us to do. We're supposed to shut up and fall in line. Buy them a house, pay their bills, say yes, sir. Say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. I love that the black woman is God and queen. And those are the black men they want. You want the black men who bow down to you. And then you want us to go out there like crash test dummies and fight and war and kill and everything else and build on your behalf. We're supposed to go out in the world and combat with every other man and then come home and be good boys. Sorry. The kind of men that are going to be required to build the black community are the kind of men you're going to have to learn how to contend with. And if you can't contend with a man, then get with your girlfriend or get with the beta dudes, get with the little baby boys you raised and move on. Hey, no heat, no judgment. But one of the issues is so many women are saying, when you move up to a certain level, you can't get a man at your level or higher. Why is that? Why, when women move up to this level, they got to get men that are down here? The old trope was because there ain't no man at our level. No, it's because your mindset and your lack of femininity. The men who are at this level exist. And I'm going to tell you, the men that are at your level or higher, I talk to them every day. And they're saying, there's no way in hell I date. I can't bring her around my colleagues. I can't bring her into my neighborhood. I can't do this. I'm not going to be the mother of my child. That's the problem. So go right ahead. All right, let's get on back to it. What? Some of these names on Instagram, I'm like, okay. Wow. Be a good boy.
Hey, what's up, Kevin?
How are you?
So I was on your live before.
I know.
Yeah.
What's the
Okay.
criticism or the critique?
I can't really hear you. Okay.
What's the critique? All right, no. Nope. Criticism or critique. It's not catch-up day. And you, what do you have to say about women who date men for money? You're a woman. Date a man for money. Congratulations. Do it. It's called hypergamy. Women are supposed to date men who can provide. That's a dumb question. You're supposed to date men who can provide. The question is, why can't you get a man who wants to pay your bills? Oh, because you sit up here smoking hookah and blowing smoke. Smoking hookah, blowing smoke, that looks like somebody's wife, somebody's mother. Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can now. How old are you?
I'm 31.
All right. And your first name?
Brittany.
What's your criticism or critique?
So, I wanted to actually talk about a problem. You were saying, like, if you have a problem to say it.
If you have a what?
If you have, like, an issue or a problem, you were saying.
What's your criticism or critique? Go ahead.
So, I feel like my problem is I'm having a hard time finding someone who matches me.
Criticism or critique with my content?
Yes, but you were saying that.
Criticism or critique with my content, not your life. Issues
Okay.
of what I say.
I actually enjoy your
All right.
content and things. that you
Appreciate it. Wrong place, wrong time. Wrong time. Don't try to make a round peg fit into a square hole. Hey, I just want to get my question answered. Get it? Not today. Not today. One at a time.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing good, yo.
I'm okay. How old are you?
I'm 26.
First name.
I'm Nelly.
All right. So, what's your criticism or critique of my content?
So basically, I feel like it's not really a criticism, but it's something that I think you should work on. I do feel like you do focus on high value men a lot when there are high value females out there that are, I'm nervous, I'm sorry, that there are high value females that are out there and they are making things like just like the high value men is doing their things too. We are doing the same thing also. And I do agree. Some black females do come in here and do
Okay.
things.
Hold on. Don't go off.
Sorry.
I should focus on what?
So I think you should focus on. You do give high like females black. I'm sorry, English is my third language, so I'm
Okay.
like trying to process.
I should
everything.
focus on what?
So focus, not really focus, but try to highlight females that are out here making it high value females.
No.
Okay.
What do you go to Essence, Ebony, Madame Noir, any of these female platforms and tell them to change who they target their message to?
Not at all. That's not how I came in.
Stop. Is this a platform for men or for women?
I believe for men.
Right.
And I mean, I do love what you're doing. You putting a lot of black men out there. And
What makes a woman high value?
I believe from following your show, you did say that making like a amount type of money, like a six figure. The way that he basically dressed himself.
What makes a woman, a female high value?
I think the amount of money that they make, either six figure, the way that they, feminine, divine feminine energy, I believe is a way that you should carry yourself, not just be too loud or most people will say ghetto. You need to have like some type of education. No, being rich doesn't have to do with education. You can just wake up, do content, and become rich. So education starts.
You can just wake up, do content, and become rich.
Well, not like that. You have to put work into it. Everything that you do, you have to put work into.
Ma'am, what you just described that makes a woman high value is the same thing you said that makes a man high value.
Yes.
So are men and women equal?
I believe not, because men have to do a lot more.
What makes a woman high value is her. Men decide which women are high value. We decide which women are most desired and most in demand. And that's not what men value in a woman. None of the things you said. See, the problem is women like yourself want us to value what you value. We don't care about your money because we don't get to spend it. We don't care about your education because it's not going into our benefit. You know what men want in general, black men in particular? They want women like you to wear your natural hair.
Okay.
That's one of the biggest comments people keep saying. Stop playing with your hair.
Okay.
Would you believe that something as quote unquote simple as hair matters that much to men?
I can believe it.
Okay. Have you heard men say their issues with the way women are choosing to adorn their hair these days?
Yeah.
What are some of the issues that you've heard men say they've had with what women are choosing to do with their hair?
I believe like most guys in my family hate the lace that most females are doing now. I have heard that a lot. A lot of people prefer the natural hair, no perms, no nothing, because you know that's a lot of high maintenance. And when you do wear your natural hair, you look like you know you are very beautiful. So I have heard
Okay,
that a lot.
lace fronts, what else?
The braids take a long time.
Well,
And
if they're yours, um, and I think braids are more acceptable than a lot of things, but even just in this conversation, if you want to talk about highlight high value women, uh, it's hard to highlight the value of a woman when women don't even do the simple things that men are requesting regarding their hair. You know how often I talk to women who call themselves high value and they have blonde hair, red hair, green hair, lace fronts, and all those other things, and men are told to shut up and not say anything about it, but then they're not choosing these women.
okay.
And this conversation proves that you ladies hear what we say, but you don't want to do what we're asking. So we get to determine the value. I focus on high value because those are the men that men want to become, and those are the men that many men want to become for whatever their reasons are, and those are the men that women are choosing to go after.
Okay.
That's why the conversation is around that. So appreciate it. Do you have any issues other than
Not at all. I love what you're doing, putting the black men's on the map. So that's all. I just
okay,
wish we
appreciate
could
it.
get it.
Appreciate it. Bye bye.
No problem.
Ladies, the hair conversation, often you hear women say, keep your mouth off our hair. Bullshit. If it's on your body, we're going to talk about it because you belong to me. The kids belong to you. I belong to God. We report up. There is nothing that is on or around a woman that is not a man's business. If you got a problem with that, deal with your creator. Don't make it black men's problem because we got the nerve to say something about the women that share our reflection.
Hey, Kevin.
Hello, how old are you?
I'm 29.
First name?
Lola.
Okay, Lola, what's your criticism or critique?
Well, firstly, I want to say I think it's your delivery. Even though what you say does not stop, I mean, the way you deliver it doesn't take away from the facts. I feel that because of the way you say you want to help Black women, especially the Black community, and we have a lot of issues with always having our defense up. So I feel like sometimes your delivery could be a little bit harsh, especially to women who are just ignorant and don't know. And I feel like if you want to educate, I'm not saying you have to talk all studious all the time or anything, but it would be good that if you could get down on our level in a way and explain because we have a hard time of understanding things. And I'm
Hold on, you're going on a little bit long. The tone. How long have you been watching my content?
for about a year.
So when things go off the rail, I come in and treat women that way. I automatically go from 0 to 100.
No, I didn't say that you go from 0 to 100. I'm just saying
The tone matches. I mirror.
say that again.
I mirror.
Okay.
God, I find it interesting that women have such an issue with the tone, and you ladies don't seem to have the same issue with the woman's behavior first.
I don't think it's mostly the tone. It's just your delivery. The tone is okay.
The
I don't think
delivery,
that
the
it's good.
tones, it doesn't start off that way.
That's understandable, and I know that. I'm just saying because of the fact. Here's my point: is us black women, we have the shitty end of the stick. Okay, whether it's
No, you
because we
don't.
induced it or because of our past. Okay, and I feel that we are.
No, you don't. You don't. You
Why would you
don't.
say we don't?
Uh, here's the simple thing. Talk to black men like you talk to your white boss. And that's all we need from you. Talk to
Well,
us, excuse me, listen, process, listen to what I'm saying.
I'm listening.
Black women know how to check all of that when their job is on the line. Talk to us like we're your white boss, and we got no more problems. Now your turn.
Okay, I understand that part, and that's not. I guess that's not the part I'm mostly getting at. Because I personally seen lives that you done with certain women where I understood where they were trying to come from, and because of your philosophy, I can see why they were thinking on that end. Because I used to think that way, and I'm a little bit more clearer with thinking because of the way I've known how to be submissive. I know what it is to, be in the presence of a real man, and if I see one that's not a real man, I move out the way because of my submissiveness, and it helps me to spot out the good and the bad in men. A lot of women
10
don't do
seconds.
that, huh?
10 seconds. You're kind of starting to go on, so I'm saying about another 10 seconds.
Oh, okay. All I'm saying is that I just feel just the way that you explain it. It's not about your tone. The way you come off of it and the way you just be a little bit on the rude side with it. I just feel it's just harder for us.
No. Do you watch the Average Your Best video?
Yes.
About how long was that video?
Was not almost 2 hours, I believe.
The video, the Average Your Best video, the segment with that conversation.
Okay, I don't know. I think I've just seen the whole live on that. If I'm not,
But when I did the Average Your Best video, the conversation, about how long was that conversation with that woman?
I'm not sure, Kevin, but I'm not sure.
It was almost 23 minutes.
Okay.
And people want to talk about the last 4 minutes. Everything you're asking, be understanding, break it down, talk to in a certain way, was done at least 10 times. I'm a professional. When I talk to people, I meet them at their level, and my patience rivals that of Job. There are people in the comment section daily say, I don't know how you do it. And yet I get women like yourself asking for more patience. No. If you're saying break it down, nope, level up like I'm a white man. Here's my retort to the tone conversation. Approach me like you'd have to approach a white man you were trying to marry you. Then we got no more problems. Step to me like you step to a white man who's paying your paycheck. Treat me like they treat the white man, and we got no more issues.
But Kevin, not
because then
everyone.
the ownership is on you, women, to do better, not
And
me.
I agree.
Then what's the retort?
Oh, I'm ready to talk. Okay. My whole thing is this. You keep on saying the tone. I'm going to give you an example.
Tone, delivery, it's interchangeable. Tone, delivery, the way I come across. It's all the same thing.
Okay, so you're pretty much just saying, just to end it off. So in a whole gist, you're just pretty much saying that when it comes to women, and not even women, I've seen a couple of men, and for some reason I don't feel sorry for them. But you're just pretty much saying, like, if they don't get it, it's just kind of like, just get with it or get lost kind of situation when it comes to you trying to help other people. Because honestly, I really don't have an issue with anything you talk about. I just
Yes, because in our particular community, if black women want to get a better job, they know they can't just have a high school diploma. They know that they got to go to a junior college or a college. They know they got to go sign that paper to get in debt. They know they got to go to class. They know they got to do a bunch of stuff just to put themselves in a position to go work in somebody's company to get a job. You know what black men are saying? Take that same can-do, figured-out spirit and learn how to be my wife. Like every other group of women on this planet, treat black men like you treat the white man in your mind, and we got no more problems. Because I don't hear black women telling white men to moderate their tone I don't hear black women telling white institute, you need to do this or do that. No, they figure it out.
I hear
What
you.
you're basically asking us to do is to continue to coddle and settle, and you're asking us to do more work. The men aren't going to do it. You're shaking your head.
That's not what I'm saying as men.
But that's what it is.
Specifically about you.
But
I'm not
that,
saying
okay,
men in general.
and the answer
You
is
told me to
no.
critique you, Kevin.
The answer, and the answer is when Simon Cowell, Jordan Ramsey, Kevin O'Leary, Donald Trump, any white man in a position of power who speaks his mind, their women get in line. Our women tell us, watch your tone. I ain't watching my tone. I own you. You own the kids. God owns me. We report up. Get in line. We're not equals. If my tone is harsh, get out of a man's presence. But stop trying to get a man to be like a woman. Because those men who act like that, you call them bitches. And it's not going to happen. Do you want men who can lead and fight and defend and protect?
Kevin, you keep on telling
Do
me.
you want men who can fight?
Yes, of course, but that's
Then you
not.
gotta take everything that comes with it.
Okay, Kevin. I guess we'll agree to disagree. I guess you're talking generally. I'm talking specifically on you educating the women.
And I'm telling you, when I look at my non-black counterparts who do what I do, they don't have to hear this tone stuff from their women. They don't have to hear the same thing because their women expect men to speak in a powerful tone. Our women have grown accustomed to men kowtowing and not saying what's on our mind. Like women often say, it's a new day. Sis, it's a new day. This is the new black man. And it's only gonna grow bigger. Y'all better get used to the tone, because we all y'all got. I appreciate what you're saying.
I think you're kind of missing the
I get what
point.
you're saying, but it's not, ma'am, I've heard this for 3 years. I'm not gonna talk like Steve Harvey or these other people.
And I told you in the
I'm not
beginning,
gonna do
that's not
any
what
of
I'm
that.
saying.
I'm not gonna, but bottom line, then, and who, okay, here's a question.
We'll agree to disagree,
Hold
Kevin.
on. Whose tone should I, what black man has the right tone? How about that?
Okay, so I'm gonna specify what tone I'm talking about. I'm talking about when it comes down to these women trying to say why.
Give me an example. Give me an example of a black man whose tone
like
is
a woman. Excuse me, say that again.
Give me an example of a black man whose tone is about right.
I'm not. See, because I don't think you're getting.
Stop. Stop. Tone, delivery, whatever it is you're talking about, give me the example of a black man who has it about right. Don't get stuck on the word tone. Outcome. Ma'am, give me an example of a man who's
I guess my husband.
Don't nobody know your husband?
All right then, but I don't specifically.
Okay, ma'am, I'm not asking you a trick question.
I do not know of a black man randomly who's a celebrity. I can say their tone is right, like, because I guess the way I'm trying to explain.
Then how do you? Okay, listen what you just said. You want me to do something or improve something, and you can't even point to an example.
Kevin.
Ma'am, that's okay. That's what you just said.
Can I say something?
Ma'am, calm down. Hold on. Follow me here. I think we're somewhere. You want your kid to make up a bed. You show them how to make up a bed. You give them an example. You don't say figure it out, or how my cousin used to do it. Give me an example of a man, not your husband. I don't know him.
I don't know, Uncle Phil from freaking Fresh Prince or something. Can I just say one thing? Let me explain something.
No. I want you to see what I want you to do is if this is a big enough thing for you to ask me to do, I'm willing to hear you, but you gotta meet me where I'm. See, this is one of the issues. Stop! I need you to stop. This is one of the big issues. Our women do not want to give us what we need to get better. I'm asking you, give me an example, and you're just like whatever, Uncle Phil. If it ain't Uncle Phil, don't tell me Uncle Phil. Don't move forward. Do not pass go. Stay right here and think about an example. If it's that important to where you got on here to talk to me, I'm listening. Give me the respect of giving me an example. Think about it.
So you want me to give you an example of a man whose tone is good? Pretty much you're saying?
An example of a man who's delivery, whatever you want to call it. You understand the overall sentiment, not your husband.
I wouldn't. I don't know.
So what I want you to
So
understand,
do you
man,
mean like, can I say
no,
another
ma'am,
question?
what I want you to understand is you want me to do something and I'm asking you how to, and you're not even telling me what it is. How can I do that? How can I change my delivery? How can I change my tone if you can't tell me and show me an example?
Can I give you an example of what I mean of something that I
You give me an example of a, you give me an example of a person. Because you have to be, okay, see, there's something, excuse me, there's something in your mind that you're comparing this to. There's an example you're comparing this to. What's that example?
I'm comparing to an example on, for example, if a woman called and she says she has 3 kids.
A man, not, no, and who has the right tone, delivery? What's the example?
I told you Farrakhan. I gave you him as an example.
Farrakhan.
He's a great teacher. I love the way he teaches and he puts things across.
You want me, you say I should Farrakhan.
I didn't
Man, excuse me, Farrakhan.
You're trying to twist my words.
I want to be clear. Stop. I want to be clear. Are you saying Minister Louis Farrakhan is an example? Is that what I do? Is that what you're saying?
You just broke up. Can you say that again?
Are you saying Minister Louis Farrakhan?
I'm just giving that as an example of somebody who teaches in.
Okay, ma'am. Have you heard? Farrakhan is far harsher than I am.
Can I speak and say something?
Sure.
Because you're asking questions and I feel like you're leading a narrative somewhere. Listen, when it comes to
everybody in the chat room seems to get it. You don't get it.
You're not letting me explain at all. I'm trying to get something across.
30 seconds, go.
Okay. I'm trying to say, when I'm explaining to you your delivery as a man, the way you speak, if you were a husband or just a man out there, that's great. The same way I feel that a woman in the workplace should be a little bit aggressive, but when it comes to her home, she should be feminine. So you're talking to me about other men when that's not the issue. A man should be a leader and should not have to listen to anything that a woman says, especially if he's a real man. But I'm talking to you as a person that has a platform that is teaching. Whether you were a man or a woman, I would have told you the same thing. So it doesn't come down to necessarily anything of you being a man. I'm just talking when you're educated people.
Okay, hold on. Ma'am, I grew up listening to pastors and preachers. And let me tell you, what I'm saying is light. What I'm saying, growing up in the Baptist church, see, we don't even preach sin in today's church. We got single mothers with 3 kids by 4 different dudes sitting on the front aisle. I grew up in the Christian church, Baptist, then with the Church of God in Christ. I hung with members of the Nation of Islam, Fruit of Islam. And let me tell you something. Those men talked about something a hell of a lot different. See, our problem is our women aren't used to any criticism or critique. It is what it is. The tone is going to be what it is. And you want me to go between Farrakhan and Uncle Phil? Uncle Phil is a character.
You're literally just trying to drag words out of me to make it seem.
I answered the question 18 different times. See, my thing is, I want you guys to understand, they want us to be things they can't even, you got to give a man an example. Y'all want men to do something different? Give me an example. Talk to me like my husband. Could you imagine if I talk like Farrakhan? Farrakhan? Hello.
Hi, Kevin. How are you? Oh my God,
Okay, how old are you?
I am 30.
All right, what is your first name?
Fania.
Okay, what is your criticism or critique?
My criticism is Basically, I was just wondering because the same way that I feel that you put women on the spotlight and you kind of put pressure on them to kind of answer your questions and prove their value, I feel that you should also put Black men on the same type of pressure because the same the same thing that you say about women not presenting themselves properly, and it's the same way we are saying that Black men are not presenting themselves to us.
My turn. Okay, okay. Ma'am, how old are you again?
I'm 30.
My platform is one. Have black men been critiqued enough?
I understand that. Yes,
No, I'm asking. Have
yes,
black men been critiqued?
yes, they've been critiqued.
Okay, right. So are you asking me for balance?
Not really a balance. Maybe you don't even have to do it enough. I just feel like you're the spokesperson for them. I would like to hear them speak for themselves more because
They can't.
why can't they?
They've
What,
been speaking, excuse me, they've been speaking in their houses, in their lives, excuse me, don't shake your head. Black men have been speaking for my entire lifetime. Y'all aren't listening. Black men, where do you think I learned all this stuff from? Listening to, listen, they can't. They do, where can black men speak freely without being shouted down?
well, this is what right?
No, answer my question first, then move on. Where can black men speak freely without being shouted down?
Well, they can speak to us.
Where?
When we want aides to talk to them, instead of upfront about who they,
On dates.
yes, on date, we,
Man, you're not even being okay. Let me be more clear.
mhm.
What platforms or institutions can a black man speak without being shouted down?
Maybe your platform. You can have them speak
Ma'am,
right now.
this is okay. So, I'm supposed to build my business, my platform, and then make it to where, see, I want you to understand, you've already answered the question. There is no place. If they got to come to my platform, that means there's not a place where black men can go. And that's exactly what I said earlier. They can't. Do you get that?
I get that. That's what it's because I agree with why I feel that they should be given a chance to.
Given a chance by who?
Because you're just
Given a chance by whom? Me?
well, but I'm trying to say why I'm saying that, Kevin. Try to
No, I'm saying they should be given a chance by whom? Whom?
well, you're saying there's nowhere for,
No, who should give them a chance is what I'm asking.
we're willing to give a chance right now.
Whom, man? Okay, I'm asking you. I said, where? You said black men should be able to speak. I said they can't. Then I asked you, where should they go? You said they can do it. Where can they go without being shut down? First thing you said is on a date. That's crazy. Then I said, what businesses or institutions or platforms? You said on yours. Out of the whole global world, you expect all the black men to converge onto one platform. Do you see the problem with that? But hold on. I want you to listen. Where can black women go to speak their concerns?
I don't think black women are their concerns.
You don't think black women have platforms to speak their concerns?
Not really. I feel like right now I'm speaking my concern too, and I feel
Madame Noir, Essence, Ebony, Grapevine, Bossa, Onsite.
That's not.
No, excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. Are you serious? Black women's concerns are magnified and amplified. And see, this is the problem. This is the problem. You got one man with one voice. And I want you to understand that black women are so brittle and so sensitive to where they can't tolerate one place. And then I'm supposed to build this up. Then I'm supposed to say, come on over, millions of black men. Well, how about this? If you want to hear black men's concerns, I'll tell you how we do it. What you do is you go and you work with, petition, and convince black women to give their platforms over to black men. You go tell the black women who command the public square, all right, we've had our say. It's in November. It's International Men's Month. In all of November, we're going to just turn our platforms over to black men. See how many black women would let that happen.
I understand all the things that you're saying, and as we listen to your point of view, but I feel like maybe we're losing the meaning of what both are saying. What I'm trying to say, I'm happy that and you are a spokesperson for black men. But all I'm saying, maybe you can do one episode where you question black men, but you question black women. That's
what? Question black men? I did that for 3 years. That's what I did the first 3 years.
And they have proven.
That was what I did the first 3 years. Who listened?
Maybe I have to.
Who listened? Who listened? The first 3 years I talked to men. Who listened?
I've been here for a whole year now.
Ma'am, please. I did that for 3 years. Who listened?
I'm willing to listen.
I asked you. Who listened? Answer that question.
I'm not sure who listened because I didn't there at the time.
Right. How did you get here?
I got here because
I started talking to women. And then the world listened.
Okay, I get it now.
Thank you. One man. Okay, we got to speed this up a little bit though. We're gonna shorten it down to 5. I'm supposed to be everything. Hello.
Hello.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
First name?
Simone.
All right, Simone, what's your criticism or critique?
I am not going to hold you. Just wanted to say, I think you're making very valid points, and you were crushing it the other night with the Sierra's prayer thing. I'm literally shaking just having to speak to you because I'm always these women. I'm them. I'm the black woman, like listening.
Do you have a criticism or critique of the content?
I was just going to touch on what you're talking about tonight.
Okay.
My only issue.
I got to get on to the criticism, though. This is a smoke show. Have a good day. Thank you, people, but stick to the criticism, critiques. Look, all right. Is this room? Okay. So-and-so just bought a badge. Appreciate it. Look, man, I get it. People want to speak to me and things like that. But let me tell you guys why I do these smoke shows. Okay? I do the smoke shows because I legitimately want to give the critics and detractors a chance to have their say.
Hi, Kevin.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I was going to come with the criticism. Wait, I'm 40. My name is Kimmy.
Your first name?
It's Kimmy.
All right. What is your criticism or critique of my content?
I was going to come and criticize and critique, but the more you pull females on, I'm listening. And it's like I understand what your platform is for. So I don't want to critique anymore because I listened and I watched. So.
Okay, have a good day.
Thank you.
Okay. You know, and that seems to be what happens then. If women, I'm not adding men. It's not men's month. Smoke shows for men are doing men's months. And another, I'm gonna be honest. And when I deal with men, I handle men in a much more direct way. Because men need to be handled on a different platform, not Instagram. This platform leans female. Smoke shows are important. You should listen to the criticism and try to find something, as long as it's valid. And that's what makes these platforms better if we're trying to hear the issues. But the issues tend to be the same.
So much lighter.
Your tone, your delivery. Hello?
Hello.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
Your first name?
I'm Deborah. Nice to meet you, Kevin.
What's your criticism or critique?
Well, my specific criticism for you would to be like, just to focus on a specific range of people, because I feel like you generalize.
Hold on. Specific what of people?
A specific group of women, because that's what we're talking about. I feel like you aim at like a broader range of women, and you feel like all women are the same. I don't think that, and I feel like you're very general. So I feel like you should.
What does that mean? Hold on. Are generalizations valid?
No. To me, they're not.
Oh, hold on. Did you go to high school or did you go to college?
I'm in college now.
Generalizations aren't valid.
To a certain extent, I feel like you have to find some validation between something like
No. I want you to put on your student hat.
Okay, it's kind of on. This is my bonnet.
Do college graduates generally make more than high school graduates?
Yes.
But is it always true?
No.
Is the generalization still valid?
Yes. It is. But I feel like it's just based.
I want you to stop. See, right then, if you were using your student hat, you should have said, "You're right." But you're still going to try to make this work. You just defeated your own point. Generalizations are valid.
I mean, they are valid, but I just.
There is no but.
So what is it?
Do you think that if you can't speak about everyone, you shouldn't speak about anyone?
I think that if you're going to speak, you should have a specific audience.
I do. I do.
I feel like you have a wide range of an audience. So
no, I do. Why don't you ask me?
Okay, so what's your specific audience?
Modern women.
Modern women. So is that what age range is that?
You.
Me?
Yes. Over 18, modern women. Modern feminist-minded, womanist, liberal-minded women who think that generalizations aren't valid, but then turn around and show that they make decisions based on those same generalizations. Women like yourself who think that everything is special, everything is unique, we're all special snowflakes, but you don't move that way. Modern women, high-value men. Two targets I talk about more than anything else. Go on my video library. high value men, modern women.
Mhm.
Next.
Okay, so I heard you mention earlier. You said that women suspect for men to just go out and build and fight, or you said something about fighting. But I don't necessarily think that. I think that women aim for a man that can allow them to for their femininity to flourish. I feel like in this generation,
Ma'am, hold on. You don't monologue. That's a statement.
mhm,
Are your mother and father married?
no, they're not.
Okay.
They're not married, and I feel like
Hold on. Your mother raised you to be a wife or an independent woman.
an independent woman.
Congratulations. What is going to be your profession?
Dentistry.
Dentistry. Well, guess what? As long as you can take care and provide for yourself until your latter days, congratulations. Most women are raised to be interdependent and wives because that's what human beings do. We work together.
But what are
Excuse me. There's no but. You can choose to go in life as an independent woman and doing it all on your own. That's your choice. But then you deal with all of the consequences and outcomes.
Mhm.
Like, do you think it would have been easier, a better, more balanced life if your mother and father were married? They planned for you and they had plans for you throughout your life into your college years plus. That was planned for, funded, financed, and everything. Would your life have been different?
No.
You don't. Oh, it wouldn't.
No, I don't think my life would
So your life. So you're saying that life with a single mother versus a mother and father who planned for your birth, planned for your life. Are you taking out student loans?
No,
Are you on scholarship?
I am.
Okay. Do you have a car?
I do.
Who purchased it?
My mother.
All right. Is your mother getting any kind of child support?
She was supposed to, but he doesn't pay it.
All right. So who's paying your rent?
I don't have rent. I live in a dorm. So.
All right. So if your mother was married and had a husband, would there be more family income?
There would.
Would that family income, would that allow more options, investments, travel trips, different things? Yes or no?
It would. A man definitely.
Thank you. Excuse me. Ma'am, I don't care. See, you were raised by an independent woman to be independent, and that's fine.
Mhm.
But can your mama defend the house that she bought?
What do you mean by that?
Meaning if let's do this. Let's take it back to 2020 when there was no water, no toilet paper, and folks is barricaded in their house. Could your mama defend you and her?
Yes.
With what?
With just her stability and her strength as a woman. But like my mom.
Your mother's stronger than a man?
No. No woman.
Thank you.
Physically.
See, what you need to understand is you don't even know what a man's purpose is.
I do.
What is it?
I think a man's purpose is to live. That's a simple human being's purpose is to live. Now, how you go about living is your decision, but that's your purpose.
So survival is a man's purpose.
The Bible? I'm not really too knowledgeable, or I guess I'm pretty ignorant to like the Bible and religion and
No, I said survival.
Oh, you said survival. What was your question?
So a man's purpose is simply survival.
Yes. Especially in America.
I want you guys to understand, this is what it took to break the black family. This right here. I said chattel slavery couldn't do it, Jim Crow segregation, but feminism and college was enough to break what thousands of years couldn't break. This is a broken woman. She didn't even understand who we are. And she's talking, and understand, her first point, I judoed it. And she, instead of saying, damn, she's just going to keep on and keep on and keep on. This is what's on college campuses. I'm talking to my audience. You don't know anything.
I'm keeping
You
on.
don't know, ma'am, you don't, ma'am, I'm not trying to insult you, but you don't even know what a man's purpose is.
I do. We just have
You
this.
said to survive.
It's because
Right. And I want you to get it. Because I can be a dentist and my mom can do everything. This is why our communities are upside down, because our women don't even recognize what we're there for.
Mm-hmm.
They think we're just there to be alive.
You let me know what I got.
Yeah, all right, nope. Just sad. And this is why when you run into a modern woman, gentlemen, when you run into a modern woman, just run away. You can't win. They're indoctrinated. They're indoctrinated. You got to go. You got to go. You cannot deal with a modern mindset woman. You got to go. Wish them the best, but you got to go. 22. Now I want you to remember, in 10 years, when she's a single mother by herself, oh my God.
Can you see me?
No, we need to come back. Come back in the light. I want you guys to understand that. Oh, college. And this is so prevalent on college campuses. This thought process. It's indoctrination. And all it took was one generation of broken families, no fathers in the home. Hello?
Hey,
How old are you?
I'm 29. I'm Sin. Can you see me?
Yeah, your first name?
I'm Sin. Central.
What's your criticism or critique of the content?
Okay. So I've been watching you for like a month. You talk about us women a lot. You target the young women, which are weak. We're not
What's the criticism? Okay, do me a favor. Make it short. What's the criticism or critique? What is the issue?
Okay, why do we have to, our mothers have to teach us how to be wives?
Who else is supposed to teach you?
Ourselves? We can, I mean, that's what life is about. Learning. Most of our moms are not there all the time. Some woman doesn't have mothers.
Stop. Women are supposed to teach themselves how to be wise.
No, I didn't say it's supposed to. I did not say supposed to.
I said, hold on, I don't know what I'm talking. You said, why are our mothers supposed to teach us how to be wise? I said, who's supposed to teach you? You said, ourselves.
No.
That's what you said.
Listen.
Who the fuck you think you're talking to?
Listen.
Who the fuck you think you're talking to? Don't tell me to. Whoa.
You're very intimidating.
Whoa. Wait a minute. I will shut this shit down.
You're intimidated. It's okay.
I'm not intimidated by you. I'm not intimidated by you, sweet. I don't know why you women think somebody's intimidated by you. I'm just not gonna let you act.
Okay, I apologize. Don't cut me off.
Don't tell me what to do. You're not intimidating, dear. Why would I be intimidated?
I'm not trying to be intimidating.
I want you to think, our women are so quick to try to buck up to a man like y'all can whoop somebody's ass. You're backed up by a system that makes you feel powerful in the face of me.
Can I speak?
Man, this is my platform.
You
just talk crazy. You listen. I am older than you. I know more than you, and you're gonna tell me to listen? You're wrong.
I'm asking
wrong.
I'm
if
going
you
to
want to start again. You can't use a bigger voice than me. You can't win that way. Okay. The way you do this is you reset. You don't over. You can't.
Okay.
And this is what you're supposed to be taught how to do, how to interact with the man. But this is the problem. You young women were raised by a bunch of hyena-like minded women to where y'all think.
Can I speak?
When I'm done. You don't know how to interact with a man. Go ahead.
Okay, I apologize for maybe making my tone higher than yours. Okay, but I didn't say that we're supposed to be teaching ourselves how to be wives. Some women does not have mothers in their lives. Some parents their mom are dead. Their moms are on drugs. But as a woman, you can grow into that.
No.
And another thing,
Okay, stop. Ma'am, let's talk about the majority. Why you women tend to want to make a point and you go to the extremes. You want to talk about women whose mamas is dead or on drugs. How about the women? Listen. I don't want to talk about those. Let's talk about what most people have.
But you told me
we are going to talk about the majority, not extraneous stuff. That's not a conversation. You will always be right, and so will I. Bottom line.
You asked me to talk about what's my problem, basically.
Well, if your problem is that somebody's mama is dead or on drugs.
No, that's not just it.
Look, lady, I need you to understand something. You weren't raised to even learn how to interact or have a conversation with the man. That's why this is combative.
You said in another one of your live videos.
Do you understand that? You understand that? I want you to understand that we are not equal. We're not physical equals. We're not age equals, and this is a difference in power dynamic.
Yeah, I know this.
And you really should.
Can you let me speak?
We're in front of one, and see, the thing is, this is the shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. The need to be right is so strong that y'all can't even understand when it's working against you. Ma'am, you can't teach yourself how to be a wife.
I think that I don't know what it is with you, but can you let me speak? Because you brought me up to her to speak. And it's not just that statement that you made in one of your live videos. We can go past this one if you want, because basically you're not letting me elaborate.
Are you married?
I'm separated.
Okay.
So
Any children?
Yes.
Okay. What's your next issue?
The next issue it basically wasn't the issues, the things that you speak on in your lives.
The next issue. I can't deal with all the things I speak on in my life.
Okay, why did you say some men should not go behind the next man that abused a woman in one of your live videos?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, we're gonna go past that one.
Well, no. See, you can't. If you're gonna ask me to respond to something,
this is what you said in your live video.
No. So I listen. Oftentimes, people like you want to get on a platform and want me to respond to what you feel like I said.
These are things that you're saying.
What video?
Don't
overtalk me. This is the last time I'm gonna tell you, don't overtalk me.
Yeah. You're talking to a young woman.
This is the last time I'm gonna tell you, don't overtalk me. Goodbye. I want you to. That's that hyena mind. Hyena minds. Hyena mind. I'm just. That's all you hear. Hyena minds. They really want us to sit back. I want you to understand why you say, who gonna teach? Who you say our mother's supposed to teach us how to be a wife? Okay, who's supposed to teach you? Ourselves? Well, that didn't work now, did it? Hyena minds. Study a hyena clan. Study a hyena clan. And I want you to realize that how often we got women today who are so out of control, they really buck and talk like they can take it to the next level. That's why I laugh when I hear women talking all this. Shut the fuck up and this and that. I'm like, men don't talk like that to one another because the talking is over. Next is gonna be a scrap. And I'm gonna tell you ladies something. My generation is one of the last generations of men who are listening to this. A lot of y'all are talking, and y'all think it's funny, just like that woman talk about if your man do this or that, beat his ass. Okay. You better check what happens when a hyena fucks with a lion. It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games until this happens. Then what happens? The same hyena go, oh shit. I want you guys to understand that this is the problem. Now, let's get serious. Look, the modern woman is in chaos because they know, and like I know and you know, they wake up and they're dealing with stress and pressure to where most modern women's day is spent in anger and bitterness. They're like an exposed nerve, and all it takes is a little bit to set them off. And it is sad to see so many women who are supposed to be light and inspirational and muse-like and jovial and easy to be around and a joy. I listen to the men I know who met their wives in my group, and they will tell you, I'm going to interview this brother this week. Going to talk about how he was raising his boys, and his boys are thorough, but how his fiance has brightened his life, his boys' life, and women have an ability to inspire men, but that's only feminine women. And modern women are masculine. Modern women are masculine, and masculine energy is aggressive. And you are feminine, you are females with your female emotions, with masculine energy, and that just makes you brittle and angry to where you're just ready to snap, to where something as simple as a conversation goes from here to, no, listen, it's like nothing remotely feminine. And this is why you start to see so many women who are trying to overcome their lack of femininity with feminine adornments. Look at how many masculine women wear long weaves, long braids, long fingernails, walk around with face beat like glamour shots. They are trying to put on the face of femininity. And I have a little theory. Look at the average modern woman's level of glamour and then deduct from her level of femininity. If she's higher up in glamour, the chances are she's much lower in femininity, because truly feminine women tend to be more natural. They don't have to try to look like a woman. Now, I want you to think of how many times you see women with these long weaves and long this and long that, and it's just excessive. I'm not saying extensions. I'm not saying, moderation. I'm talking about excessive. And then quick to snap, quick to go. It's like, whoa. So, ladies, don't get mad that men are waking up and realizing that it is better to deal with no woman than a masculine woman. It is better to sit around and get some KY or some lotion and go pleasure yourself than deal with a masculine woman. Don't get mad that men are saying, I would rather master, I'd rather do nothing to deal with a masculine woman. Don't get mad that men are sitting back saying that. Don't get mad that men that's what the real issue is. My platform and platforms like mine are places where men can come and talk. And men are speaking up, and they're mad because so many men are not waking up. So many women are discovering that the men to the right and to the left of them, they've been woke all along. They just didn't know that what the men were thinking. Now they know what men are thinking. That's why women are so mad. Like, well, why do men do X, Y, and Z? Why do men rank women? Men have been ranking women before I came around. The movie 10 with Bo Derek, men instinctively rank things. We rank ourselves. And women, you don't want any criticism. We're going to rank you. We're going to rank you. And any man that sits around and says, you shouldn't be doing that, that motherfucker's a pander bear. He's pandering to you. Women, you got men pandering to you. Yeah, they shouldn't be ranking ladies, and they shouldn't be doing that. A lot of these men tend to be some of the most toxic, egregious motherfuckers themselves. I'm sitting there looking at these men talking, telling these women, yeah, they should be ranking. Y'all cheating on women, beat women's ass like hotcakes. Got babies everywhere. Had horrible track record of women talking about what men should and should not be doing. Y'all want to measure track records? Men rank women. Women rank men. You rank men on their ability to protect, provide. You rank men in the bedroom. And the problem is, we're to the point now to where you notice that it's not women who are winning in the rankings who are complaining. Women who rank high in femininity, rank high in beauty, rank high in inspirational ability, aren't complaining. It's the women who rank low and don't want to do nothing about it. They're like, man, I want to go back to 2018 when it was believe all this and such and so forth. It's 2022. I'm not your problem. I'm not, and it's only going to become more. And here's a real twist. Just like there are men, there are plenty of women out there saying, I'm tired of this shit too. I'm tired of the excessive masculinity in women. I'm tired of the butt shots and the BBLs and the foul talk and the over-sexualization of women. They're tired of it on Instagram too. You got so many women that say, I am tired of looking at women who every other picture, they're bent over their ass, their butt is out. I want this stuff to go away. Ask the average woman, ask the average black woman in particular, what is your black feminine ideal? Start asking for examples to women. Just like when I asked that other woman, ask for an example and watch. There is no example. They can't tell you. So you want me to measure up to something that you can't even tell me what it is? And the thing is, gentlemen, you get to decide. You get to decide what is a 9 or a 10 or an 8 or a 6 to you. You get to determine what is too much weight for you. You get to decide that she has kids from another man, whether you don't want to deal with it. You get to choose every bit of that, and they can't take it from you. You are not a second-class citizen, black man. You are the man. And it doesn't matter how much insults, how much little dick energy, how much they want to cuss and fuss and blah, blah, blah. It's just talk. It's talk, 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 talk. They can't do shit about it if you don't believe it. It's chihuahua barking. Chihuahuas bark loudly because they can't do shit with their bite. Don't worry about chihuahuas. Let them do what they do. Keep on moving. Because the only reason they're barking is because they're not getting what they want. And if you know what it is you want, take nothing instead of settling for masculine women. And just like I told that one woman, treat in the black community in case, treat black men like you treat the white boss, that white institution, like the white man in your mind. You got to understand it, and we'd have no more issues. Now don't go to work talking to your co-workers and things like that. Not coming out on your no. But see, in order for that to happen, they gotta have respect for you. And we know, sadly, Respect is not something that's in long supply today with many modern women, and that's okay. Here's the thing, I don't want modern women to change. I don't want you to change. You can be what it is, be what you want to be Big Shirley or whoever you want to be, do all of that. All I'm asking for is the men to recognize who they are and then just act accordingly and say, you know what? You don't want to be a wife or this or that, You don't want to be a stepford wife or so that. Cool. I've talked to many women who come on the platform and say, I don't want to be this, I don't want to be that. Like I told the dentist, hey, as long as you can take care of whatever you want to take, fine. But the biggest issue is women today who have more, they haven't solved the issue of why they can't marry men at or around their level. It's because men at or around their level want feminine women. Feminine, more reserved, and they're not going to accept anything less. And what men are doing today is like, I'm not going to say anything. But they ain't going to do nothing else. All right, we're going to take one more. We'll take one more. I'll try to take one more. I got a few more minutes. I got a few more minutes. Like I said, overall smoke shows are intended to clear the air. And I will do a smoke show in Men's Week. But men, you're going to have to get on camera on Zoom. Somebody asked me about, here we go. And I honestly wish, I'm looking forward to the day where just like the men who I talked to, who had to level up and improve, I'm looking forward to the women decide to level up and improve.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
What's going on with the audience? Hold on. Too much noise. Your first name?
Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm. How old are you?
I'm 30. My name is Joy.
Okay, Joy, what's your criticism or critique?
Is that what we're talking about? Because I just got in here. So is this what the conversation is about?
Criticism or critique tonight? Smoke show.
About myself or others?
No, what's my content?
About you?
Yeah, if you don't have a criticism or critique, this is not.
Okay. Well, when I first saw you, I think they were saying like you was downgrading females, but I'm not even gonna lie. I really genuinely like support you because I feel like a lot of women, not even just women, men too, like a lot of people don't like to hear the truth. And people used to babying them and telling them what they shouldn't hear, but
Okay,
he's telling you what y'all really should hear.
I appreciate it, but I got to get to probably next Tuesday show will be better. But this is
Yeah. Add me back. I didn't know this was the one. I just came
no
in.
problem.
So.
Bye-bye. Look, I want a better outcome for the guys who want legacy and families. And the only way you do that is to get women who want to do something better. So this is an opportunity for women who want to be better to decide what they want to do. It's really what it is. Ain't nobody trying to get you to change or conform or settle or none of that stuff. Ain't nobody ever trying to get y'all to do none of that. You back again? No. Nobody trying to get none of y'all to settle or do any of this stuff. What we're trying to do is this year, I said it's about three things. This year is about three things: self-awareness, separation, and balance. And we're at the separation part. We got awareness going on. Now it's the separation. Things are separated. There are going to be levels, there are going to be groups. And then after that, there's going to be balance. Look, if you don't roll with it, if you don't like it, cool. Find your tribe. Find your tribe. But stop trying to change this tribe to that tribe. All right, folks, I got to get up out of here. Love y'all. I love y'all. We broadcasting live from Miami tomorrow through next week. Your Godfather's out. Peace.
The